Shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kakodash, the abundance of the elder apostles at Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, this laboring in truth and sincerity. In this video, which I'll bring out the fact that, every time that our nation, which is the nation of Israel, have worshiped other gods, has not gone well with us. Because first and foremost, when you go into the scriptures, you realize the Most High Heavenly Father is joined to the nation of Israel because he made a covenant with them, and the Most High Heavenly Father looks at the nation of Israel as his wife. All right, and that's why you see the Heavenly Father say that he's joined into us. All right, in the word, basically, the word married. All right, when the Most High says he's married to us, the word marriage means to be joined. All right, so the Most High Father is joining to us. So every time we, as a people, worship these gods of the heathen, just like a woman when she go outside her husband, because the Most High is our husband, it's basically we're committing adultery, or we're going a whoring, because a woman that goes from her man is going a whoring from her own husband. And that's what the nation of Israel has done unto the Most High Father, Yahweh. All right. So, this is the book of Psalms 96. Starting at verse 1, it says, "O sing unto Yahweh a new song. Sing unto Yahweh all the earth. Sing unto Yahweh, bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people. For Yahweh is great, and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods." Excuse me. The reason why he is to be feared above all gods, because the gods of the heathens don't exist. All right. None of the gods of the heathen nations exist, and none of them have ever delivered. All right. None of us from the hand of our power, all right, or our husband, which is the Most High Father. All right, because you know why? They don't exist, and our God exists. All right. And every time we committed evil or sin before him, all right, it didn't go well with us. All right, that's the reason why we went into captivity all these many times. All right, going the horn after these gods of the heathen, and it always moved the Heavenly Father to wrath. All right, always moved him to anger. All right, the Most High was moved to jealousy. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, starting at verse 1. It says, "And the power spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh, thy power, which I have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me." So, coming out of the old Egyptian captivity, the Most High Father told us, don't have any other gods before him. Even until this very day, the children of Israel, as far as 2/3, have put other gods before the Most High Father Yahweh and the Son. And he's going to deal with them for that. All right. It says, verse 3, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." Yeah, the Most High Father, he has visited all those wicked generations of Israelites. All right. The reason why you see Israelites that worship other gods, pretty much they they die a horrible death, because they move they move the Heavenly Father to jealousy. All right, even the scriptures tell you that as far as a man and woman, if a man finds a woman committing adultery on him, it's consensual, that she should be put to death, her and that man. So we've committed adultery as a nation, right? By worshiping other gods, all right. Spiritually, we have committed adultery, all right, when we bow down ourselves to other gods, and that's why the scriptures, that's why the Most High Father say that I have found 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee to Baal. Those are us Israelites that don't bow ourselves to these other gods. We don't worship them. Neither do we regard them, because we serve, all right, our God, which is the Most High Father, and we worship and do His will, all right, and do His pleasure, all right. Yeah, we all as a nation went a whoring, ultimately because we all have sinned, all right. But you have us Israelites that are of the hopefully elect. All right, Lord willing, we're delivered so long as we endure to the end. But we're those Israelites that's going to be delivered and saved, because ultimately, when our God, all right, when our husband, which is the Most High Father, called, we answered and we came back to Him. Though we went astray, all right, though we went off, yet we answered when He called. All right, and that's going to be reward to us for righteousness. All right. The book of Ezekiel chapter 28. Sorry, wrong one. Is that chapter 23, verse 28? It says, Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 28. It says, "For thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will deliver thee into the hand of them whom thou hatest, into the hand of them from whom thy mind is alienated, and they shall deal with thee hatefully, and shall take away all thy labor, and shall leave thee naked and bare, and the nakedness of thy whoredoms shall be discovered, both thy lewdness and thy whoredoms, I will do these things unto thee, because thou hast gone a whoring after the heathen, and because thou art polluted with their idols." Like I read to you in the book of Psalms 96 chapter, all the gods of the heathen are idols. All right, and we, the children of Israel, we don't supposed to worship idols. Even until this very day, if you're into any religion, that's worshiping idols. Whatever God that's within that religion, that's worshiping idols. If you're following these heathen customs, you're worshiping idols. Bowing yourself to Buddha, bowing yourself to Allah. All right, those are all idols. All right, and we was commanded not to do that. Every time we did it, look what happened to us. That's a clear indication that the Most High Father is against it. The book of Psalms, chapter 106, starting at verse 37, it says, "Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto those." Yeah, today, you fast forward today, those Israelites are celebrities in the entertainment world. All right? You've done it. And that's how you become rich and famous in this society. All right? Verse 38, It says, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. It happened back then, and also those same gods of the Canaanites are still around that they serve. Excuse me. Verse 39, thus were they defiled with their own works, and with a horn with their own inventions. Therefore was the wrath of Yahweh kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. Yeah, Jacob, which his name changed to Israel, which is us Israelites, we're the Most High's inheritance. Okay? We're his inheritance. So, at certain times, the Most High abhorred us because of our wicked ways, man. All right. Verse 41, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. You look at, even in his current captivity, we're ruled over people that hate us, which the nation of Esau, Edom, is the one that ruled over us right now. So-called white race, beginning with their elites, the so-called Jewish. All right. They ruled over us because the Most High allowed them to rule over us. He gave us into their hands. He gave us into their hands. And so they ruled over us because we sinned against Heavenly Father. All right. And to have people that rule over you that hate you, it's not going to go well with you. But it's done as a chastisement measure to correct us. And those of us that are awakened unto this knowledge, we have been corrected. Well, we receive correction. All right, turn back from, these worldly things that the rest of our people into. Verse 42. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Yeah, even unto this very day, man. We were oppressed. Getting our asses kicked. We're under their subjection. Until the Most High Father deliver us. Till he redeem us. Start with the elect of our people. That's going to return unto him on this side and be granted salvation on this side for returning unto him. All right. And that's getting ready to happen. All right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 17. It says, they shall be turned back, they shall be greatly ashamed that trust in graven images. They say to the molten images, ye are our gods. Yeah, all you Israelites that's going to pray unto these idols and these fake gods and these graven images in the time of our trouble, you're going to be ashamed. The Most High Father caused these plagues to overtake you. You're going to call on these other gods, and they're not going to save you or deliver you. All right? You're going to be taken by those different plagues. All right. Jeremiah 2, verse 28. It says, but where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. Yeah, all these gods you worship, are they going to save you from these troubles that we're coming into, as far as the time of Jacob's trouble? The answer is no, they're not going to save you. Okay? When you praying to sweet Jesus, he's not going to save you. But those of us that know Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shah, and serve the Most High and the Son, Yahweh, by Yahweh Shah, in truth and sincerity, excuse me, we're going to be delivered for doing all these works we do, for the Most High's will to be done. All right, those of us that magnify and glorify His name before the heathen, those of us that confess Him before the heathen, we're going to be delivered. We're going to be saved. Okay, so keep that in mind as we enter into Jacob's time in trouble. All right, so with that, I want to say all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakakwadash, Shalaki. Got the hiccup, Shalaki. I want to say all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakakwadash. The Lord willing, you are edified. And until next time, I say Shalom.